So how do you actually build $1 million company? You know, the first time I did it, I call it a bit of an accident because I kind of stumbled across an export business and then struck this $1 million deal. It was kind of on one contract. But then what happens is the second time I actually did it was actually building this thing online and actually making money online. And I just wanted to do this video today because a lot of people talk about $1 million, being a millionaire, and say that, you know, I think most people think it's very, very hard, but I want to, in this video, actually break it down for you, step by step. What you can actually do, how you can actually reverse engineer the whole process to make it easy so you have the clarity, and I always say clarity is power, to actually make it happen for yourself. And it's not actually that hard. But before I do so, show reel. Hit it.
People have today isn't that they're struggling, isn't that they can't get out of their shit. It's because the shit that they're in isn't big enough. And why I say that is because if that shit was big enough right now, if the people had a gun pointed to their head, they would actually get their ass moving. Always understand that emotions is what leads to motion. It's energy in motion. So if your emotional drive is not strong enough, you're not going to do anything to get out of it.
What's up guys, Eric Ho here, international speaker, entrepreneur and best-selling author. And in this video, I want to share with you, literally step by step, the strategies to use to be able to build $1 million company. Now this can actually be in any industry. It doesn't matter if it's an online business, doesn't matter if it's an offline business. If you use the strategy that I'm going to share with you here, it will change everything for you and it will speed it up, and you will find that actually it's not such a big deal, right? At first, obviously, it'll be really exciting, and then you look at it, nothing, you know, to be honest, I want to share something first of all. Like, life doesn't change that much from having, let's say, 100K in the bank account to $1 million in the bank account, because I don't know what your spending is like, but my spending isn't crazy, so it kind of pretty much, life is very, very similar. You know, 100K is already a very good benchmark. But if you really want to build that $1 million company, how do you actually go about doing it? And I always say the easiest way is not to actually blindly just work really hard. The biggest problem is a lot of people go out there and they are just working hours and hours and hours, right? Through society, through upbringing, we have been taught that we need to work more, we need to put more time into things, and when we put more time into it, then time equals money. But let me tell you something, time doesn't equal money. The biggest misconception and the biggest problem to why most people are like stay broke all of their lives, and why is it that only the minority succeed, is because the minority understand not to exchange time for money. And understand that we don't get paid for our time. Now, some of you are watching this video right now will probably be thinking, especially if you're in a job, that you are paid for time, but we're not paid for time. Once you understand this, you understand how to build the company, right? I'm gonna break it all down for you, because the biggest problem, most people thinking they get paid for time. And some of you thinking, no, Eric, I do get paid for time. If you think you get paid for time, very simple. Go home, sit there, look at your watch. Look at your time, watch time pass by. Log into your internet banking and tell me if the figures are actually going up. And if your bank account isn't going up and time's passing by, then you know you're not getting paid for time. You get paid for the value you add in the time. So the first thing you need to answer to is, what is the deliverable? What does that mean? What is the value? What is the thing of value? Whether it's product, whether it's a service, whether it's an idea, a message, something that is of value to other people. What is that thing? Then now you have that thing of value. The second thing you want to do is you want to reverse engineer to build this $1 million company. So how do you go about doing it? Very simple. You take $1 million. Now what is $1 million? $1 million is 10 times $100,000, right? So 10 times 100K. Now, if you look at it that way, actually, you don't need to think too hard. You only need to make 10 sales or 10 pitches, right? 10 successful pitching at 100K each, and if you can pitch that and you get the 10 100Ks in, that's already $1 million. Now you can look at it a different way by giving yourself these alternatives. Now I want to pretty much break down a few more for you and tell you which ones are easier for you to access. The first one is you take $1 million and you break it into 10, then you have 10 times 100K, right? And another thing you can do is you can have, let's say, 100 times 10K. Right? And you can build it from there. You can also go on the other side of the spectrum and you can say 1 million times $1. Now, some of you think that's ridiculous. How can you make 1 million sales, right? It's actually not that hard, because you need to understand these two sides of the spectrum are the easiest to attack in, especially in the online world. Offline world, it kind of happens the same as well. In the online world, because you can get instant eyeballs on your traffic, on your product, on your service, on your business, right? What does that mean? It means you can get instantly thousands of people, watching, let's say, a video, let's say watching a YouTube video, watching a Facebook video, or if you do launch Facebook ads, then even better, you can target people, right? Now, why I say the $1 mark, the $1 mark works very well is because I have a friend, he sells $1 books, right? $1 ebooks, and it flies like crazy, and he is a multi-millionaire. And because you need to understand that $1 is a very easy commitment level, so a lot of people can actually go for that and actually make money. But then on the other side of the spectrum, if you look at it, it's 10 times 100K. We actually had a franchise noodle bar quite a few years ago, and we were like getting investors in. Investors would invest like £200,000 each, right? And we would have like 50 something franchisees. So you work out the math, you can get multi-millions just on that basis. So you can sell a franchise, that could be another option. But if you reverse engineer the whole process, it isn't that hard. Sometimes you think $1 million is a long way from you. But let me tell you something, it could potentially be one pitch away. One pitch away. What does that mean? It means get good at selling. When you get good at selling, one pitch, one $1 million pitch, one $10 million pitch, boom. Instantly from one sell, you've hit that $1 million mark. So this is exactly what I've been doing, and the more I do it, the more easy I find it, because all it depends on, all it relies on is just you getting good at selling. And I always say, as an entrepreneur, as an individual, the biggest skill you can learn is the skill of selling. Right? If you guys actually want a video on sales and you want me to teach you all the strategies and how to close deals, I'm happy to do one. All you do is just comment below, let me know, and if I get enough interest, I'll create a video on that too. But you need to get good at sales, because when you do, you will never be broke. You just make that big sale, you make that big pitch, you get the investors in, you get the money in, you get the buyers in, that's it, you're done. So I don't want you to overthink it. Some people think that the $1 million mark is a ladder. You need to climb this ladder. Let me tell you something. If your mind thinks there's a ladder there will be a ladder. Right? Whatever you think is true, is your reality. And I want you to take my words for it right now. And those of you who are used to my videos, comment below so that we instill this learning on a subconscious level. Right? There isn't such thing as a ladder. I want you to type that. Right? You don't have to start at the bottom. You don't have to build your way up. You can just have that $1 million goal and go out there and strike that deal instantly, because you are only one pitch away. And I want you to understand that. The biggest problem is most people are climbing, they're chasing all of their lives. Just stop it, cut that limiting belief, go in straight to the top, close that deal, you're done. Guys, that's it from this video. We're currently running an event live in London, Superpower Live. Next time, if you guys are around London, drop us a comment below. Let us know, and maybe I can drop you some sponsored tickets. Join us for 3 days. It's a lot of fun out here. But for now, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the thumbs up. Also, let me know where you've tuned in from. Comment below. And finally, remember. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. I'm making daily videos. Okay, so hit that notifications button next to the subscribe button, and you can keep up with all the inspiration, with all the knowledge, with all the everything, inspiration, motivation to keep you intact and in line with 2018 to make it your best year yet. But for now, ciao.